All right, you guys, there is a reason why when clients come into my world, the number one reason that they are feeling overwhelmed, burnt out, frazzled is that they don't have an actual plan or an actual strategy when it comes to social media. And here's the thing, you guys, like strategy around social media isn't as complicated as you think. In fact, it's going to take me less than like 7 minutes to break down exactly what you should be doing on each of the platforms so that you spend less time on social media, but you're more intentional with that content that you're putting out there so that you start to see the results that you desire from your business, right? And what do we want from social media? We want engagement. We want audience growth, new people coming into our world. We want to drive sales. We want to have referrals. We want our social media to move the needle inside of our businesses, right? We want to start to see results from it. So let me break down exactly what you should be doing on each of the main, most popular platforms so that you can stop spinning your wheels, stop wondering if you should post here or there, how often a day, so you can stop being inconsistent with your strategy and start to flex into that place where you know exactly what you're doing when you wake up every day. And you can even get to that point where you're pre-scheduling your content ahead of time because it's actually less work when you go into this with a plan. The very first piece of this puzzle that I want to remind you of is that you don't want to water down these strategies, meaning you don't just want to do 60 to 70% of a social media strategy because the strategy that I'm going to give you is going to be exactly what you need to see those results. Nothing more and definitely nothing less. Because when you start to water down what I tell you, like, let me give you an example. If I tell you to post 2 times a day and you do 2 times every 3 days or once a day, every other day, and you're like, well, you know what? I'm doing like 50% of what Lori taught me, so I should see 50% of the results. You don't. The reason why these strategies work is because we are considering the algorithms and we're considering exactly how these platforms are meant to be shown up on. So I'm not going to give you a ton of different things that you don't actually need to do. I'm going to give you the like baseline activity that you want to be doing in order to start seeing results from your social media. So grab a pen and paper and start there. Now, let's talk about Instagram. Your Instagram grid, that is like those really pretty like squares, that checkerboard that you see when you log on to Instagram and look at somebody's profile. Your Instagram grid is for strangers, okay? It isn't for your friends and family. It's not for your third cousin's niece. So you aren't celebrating birthdays and anniversaries or personal milestones. You are being intentional and you are building a personal brand on there. Meaning, if a stranger falls onto your grid and they see your profile, they need to automatically know whether this account is for them or not for them. And they will know this through the content on your grid. Therefore, make sure that your hooks are visible when they see them. And they will also know this through your profile and all those other pieces. You have about like 3 to 4 seconds to get a stranger to start following you. Now, what is the Instagram posting strategy that I want you to commit to? I want you to commit to one post a day. I want you to connect your Instagram to your personal Facebook profile using a creator account that is public because guess what? Some strangers are never going to follow you if they have to request to join, okay? That's the equivalent of knocking on a stranger's door with like your top off and asking if they will feed you dinner, okay? It's just too personal. They're just not gonna do it. So I want you to have a public facing profile. Make that a creator account so that you can connect it to your personal Facebook profile. Gone are the days when we are using business accounts on Facebook. Gone are the days when we're using business pages. Now, if you're using one and you're seeing success for it, have at her, okay? Make it something additional that you do. But if you are building a personal brand, I want to see your personal brand and your business spilling over onto your personal Facebook profile. Okay. And so one of the ways to kill two birds with one stone is to have your Instagram connected to your Facebook, and that one post that you're doing a day on Instagram is immediately going over to Facebook and it counts as one of your posts there. Now, your personal Facebook profile strategy is a little bit different. It's a little bit more. But like hold on to your seat of your pants because you've already done one of the posts just by being consistent on Instagram. Okay. And we do consider this one post on your Instagram account. I always tell my clients or the people in my world that that one post, you can consider that an income producing activity. Not all posting, not all social media is income generating. We need to get out of that like arena where we think that we post and that automatically counts as having a business. No, 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 no. Your social media strategy is you're keeping the lights on in your business. It's the foundation of your business. It is not your whole business. It's one piece of your strategy. Okay. So your Instagram post that you do on your grid, you can consider that income producing because it is a brand specific, like post, and you're going to put some work into it. You're going to get on Canva. You're going to make sure that's branded, aesthetically pleasing, and that it serves your ideal audience. Okay. If you do not know what I'm talking about by ideal audience, then I want you to go back to my training that is in this exact same playlist where I talk about to niche or not to niche. And I teach you 2 different ways that I want you to niche down in your personal brand. A lot of people are going to teach you how to niche down your ideal customer. I'm also going to teach you how to build out a product suite, which essentially niches down the products that you sell to your current audience. And before you think you're going to be losing out on sales, make sure you check out that video because you're not going to. It's actually going to grow your sales. And I promise you, you will sell more things than the things that you are just talking about if you follow the strategy that I teach you inside that video. Okay, back to your personal Facebook profile. You're going to do 2 posts a day on your personal Facebook profile. Now, guys, when I'm talking about social media, I'm actually asking you not to commit to every single day of the week, 7 days a week, because honestly, that's not necessary. I'm going to ask you to commit to 5 days a week. You can make that Monday through Friday. You can make that Tuesday through Sunday. You can make it Monday, Tuesday, and then skip it, like whatever you want. That's what I'm asking you to commit to because I think that's really what consistency is. Consistency is 80 to 90% of the time. Okay, your 2 posts on your Facebook profile, they are 2 very different posts, and this is a really, really important piece. So make sure you hear me when I say one of them is brand and product specific. That comes directly from Instagram. You can also use this post to sell if you want to. The other one is really meant to drive engagement and conversation. You want people sharing it. You want people commenting on it. You want people connecting to it, okay? And this is how we play that like Facebook algorithm game. And this is how we start to build relationships and connections because while Instagram is for our cold audience, Facebook is for our friends, our family, our customers who have become friends, and the people that it's for our warm market. And that's why we put in 1 extra post a day that makes sure that we're connecting to our worlds. Okay. Those are the 2 most popular social media platforms that are out there. One other piece of this puzzle that I want to mention is your your stories. The stories that go from Instagram to Facebook, again, when they're connected, 2 birds, 1 stone, you're serving both of these places by only like doing it once. With your Instagram stories, I want you to post at least 3 times a day throughout your day. So maybe a morning segment, a middle of the day segment, and an evening segment. I like to sandwich my content. So I like to have something that is personal in the morning. Most of the time it is mom life. Then I like to have value for my clients, for my potential customers, all those things in the middle. And then I like to sandwich it at the end of the day with something personal, whether it's again floating back to that mom account, or I will share funny memes or funny things, or even let people know what I'm reading or what I'm watching on TV. Because again, your stories are where people are going to get to know you. And the know, like, trust absolutely matters in the social selling space. Please don't let anybody tell you any differently. People buy from people they know, like, and trust, especially when you are sharing products that you recommend, that you use in your life, that fit into your life. If they can relate to that, if they can relate to you, that is going to get what gets them over the edge of figuring out that those products could fit into their lives as well. And this is exactly what I teach inside my Level Up Academy. And inside my Level Up Academy, I literally teach you the A to Z of building a social selling business, you guys. So if this is something you want to dive in further, if you have not gotten started on Instagram yet and you're like, Lori, Teach Me All the Ways. It has a course that will walk you every step through building out Instagram, every step through building out Facebook, every step through building a personal brand. Like it has a smorgasbord of different sales strategies that you can use inside a social selling business. It has an email marketing course, all of the things that you could ever want to learn for building a social selling and a network marketing business. But again, let's go back to our social media strategy. I want you to write down what your personal strategy is going to be, and I want you to commit to it. Don't water it down. Don't do half of it, because what I've asked you to do is really only 3 posts a day plus your stories, right? Actually, I've only asked you to do 2 posts a day, because 2 of the 3 are going to be exactly the same. 1 on Instagram, 2 on Facebook. 1 on Facebook can actually be exactly the same as the one you shared on Instagram. If you can't commit to that much posting in a day, then maybe social media isn't the place that you want to build your business, but this is more than doable for you guys. Make it easier for yourself by creating Canva templates, by repurposing and reusing content. I teach every single thing that I know about all of these things in depth inside the academy. So if you want to learn, if you think that like you are ready to go all in on your business, then this is where I want to see you. Come in. Learn to build your business. I teach women. My goal inside the academy is to teach women to build their businesses in less than 6 hours a week. If you can give me 1 hour a day, Monday through Friday, or 2 30-minute chunks, I can teach you everything you need to learn in order to build your business. And yes, this social media strategy, that is a piece of the puzzle, but there is so much more to dive into when building a business. And you guys, stop making it complicated. Stop throwing spaghetti at the wall. Come and learn from someone who has built multi-6-figure businesses exactly what you need to do so you can stop chasing those strategies, stop chasing those trends, and build a business that is sustainable and scalable. This is what I want for you. But it does start with that foundational elements of social media. And so don't water down the strategy that I just talked about. Really nail it for yourself and commit to it. And remember, the business that you have today is from what you did 3 months ago. So stop expecting instantaneous results. Commit to the process, learn the process, invest in your business by investing in the tools and the strategies that will teach you to build that business, and commit to your social media strategy. You guys, you've got this. At the end of the day, you should be having fun on social media. People will feel your energy. The more you can be, the better off you are going to be. So I would love to see you inside the academy. I know together we can make your business so much easier. We can get past that burnout. We can get past that like overwhelm. And I can like tell you, you can stop doing these 6 things. Let's hone in on these things, these 3, and let's get you there together. All right, you guys. Make sure you go back and check out that one training that talks about your ideal customer and creating your product suite, because these will be very important elements inside your social media strategy. Have a great day.